TikTok is considering taking TikTok.
I do believe that banning
TikTok's impact stretches beyond social media. For creators, it's a brand, a business, and a paycheck. But for lawmakers, it's a national security threat.
Early voting is already underway across Michigan, and here in Monroe County, voters are making their voices heard. I'm here at the Monroe Township Clerk's office to turn in my absentee ballot today. On Monday, Michigan State University was awarded with the College Visual Station of the Year Award from the Michigan Association of Broadcasters for the 6th year in a row.
14% of MSU's student body is made up of international students from across the globe. But what are their takes on the election?
MSU hockey coach Adam Nightingale has been named Big Ten's Coach of the Year while also agreeing to sign a contract staying with the Spartans for the next 5 years. And back here in the United States, there has been an increase in deportations following President Trump's executive orders. While East Lansing is considered a sanctuary city, places like Michigan State are leaving students feeling uneasy. Focal Point's Delaney Rogers walks us through resources that are available to all students, regardless of status. Michigan State University, formerly the Michigan Agricultural College, has farming in its roots. It's still present today, here at the Dairy Cattle Teaching and Research Center. Jim Good is the farm manager at the facility.
But we are basically a dairy farm that does research. We have 250 mature cows here with about 230 milking each day.
The world is adjusting to artificial intelligence, and so is the dairy industry. Now with health trackers, workers here at MSU's dairy facility can see if a cow is getting sick days before symptoms could let them know.
And so with these monitors, they have like flags, so if they will come up on a list if it says, oh, their rumination was this yesterday or this, whatever, 12 hours ago, but it decreased to a level that like the system thinks is, concerning.
The monitors are comparable to a Fitbit, and they are on the cows' collars to track their movements and feed intake.
We want to know how the cows are eating. If they're eating well, then they're feeling well. And we need to know, as quick as possible if they're not feeling well so that we can treat them or monitor them.
With early detection from monitors, less antibiotics are needed to treat sickness in cows. The goal is to create the safest milk product possible for consumers. In East Lansing, Claire Bacarella reporting. It all started with a journal for Lacey Jewell that she turned into a part-time job.
My TikTok is at It's Lacey May, and I have about 166,000.
Her journaling videos have drawn in thousands of followers on TikTok. But now, she's worried that she'll lose that job.
My job's on the line, and I think a lot of people don't think of that when they think about the TikTok man.
Recent MSU grad Mason Tanner can relate. She would lose her nearly 400,000 followers if TikTok is banned in the U.S.
Obviously, I make money from it, so that sucks as not having that extra piece of income.
TikTok is considering taking TikTok.
I do believe that banning
TikTok's impact stretches beyond social media. For creators, it's a brand, a business, and a paycheck. But for lawmakers, it's a national security threat.
It's really about the data collection and how that data can be used. Can use that as a reason to force TikTok to sell its Chinese interest.
For now, the platform's future is unclear. For creators and lawmakers alike, the clock is ticking. In East Lansing, Focal Point News, Claire Bacarella. Calais Glozier and Abby the Octopus go way back.
I saw this octopus and I was like, oh my gosh, so cute.
He collects Squishmallows.
I'd love to know if somebody has more Squishmallows than me.
He started collecting Abby, Archie, Lorenzo, and 497 others after seeing them on TikTok a couple years ago.
It turned into, oh, well, maybe I like this one, maybe I like that one, and now here we are. So
here we are, Calais' basement. He still uses it as an office, but it's getting tight.
These are the ones that actually haven't had a spot on the shelf yet because there wasn't room for them.
Now his own TikTok account is popular.
And I didn't ever imagine that it would turn into what it turned into. I have about 34,000 followers on TikTok right now.
And the squishy plush toy maker
even made him a brand ambassador.
And I could never in my million dreams say no to that, right?
Calais has also found out that they are comforting, something that could be used in, say, his profession.
I am a clinical psychology graduate student.
He knows the healing power of crystals. Now he's starting to realize the magic of Squishmallows.
Even if you're just like holding your Squishmallow tight and crying on it, like that can be a comfort item.
For him, Squishmallows aren't just a comfort, but a tool to use in his career.
But I do think that once I have my own private therapy practice, I definitely think that having Squishmallows just in the room, and also just thinking about how I can help develop a community that includes Squishmallows in there.
Maybe we could all use some extra squish in our communities. In East Lansing, Focal Point News, Claire Bacarella.